And yes, I am now officially that guy.
I am not that guy.
You will be soon.
This is what I got to deal with.
Day one of the trip. We are in Brizzy Airport. I think we've got a 29-hour transit. We're going to San Fran and then making our way to London. Highly caffeinated, ready for a lot of work on the flight and probably at the airport as well, I guess. It's going to be a pretty epic trip. We've got lots planned and we can't wait to take you all for the ride. G'day, how you going?
Good, thank you.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to United Airlines.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Good. Thank you very much. Straight into business class. Jokes.
Not this trip.
Hours to London.
What time is it? It's like
It's 7:15 a.m. and we've just come out for some light and air before another 6-hour wait before we get to London. What we're going to do is have a little competition, counting how many people we see first in minimalist shoes, like properly minimalist shoes. And if you do see them first, you have to go up to them, tell them how much you love their shoes and have a little chat to them.
it's got to be in the wild.
It's got to be in the wild.
Interesting pairs of footwear out here in the wild, especially in airports. I don't know why.
Stay along for the ride as we try and spot barefoot shoes for the next 6 hours. We work for a natural foot health company. Would you mind if we ask you some questions about why you have a pair of barefoot shoes?
I'm Andy anyway. What's your name?
Hi, Andy. I'm Gloria.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't help but notice how good your shoes are for your
Well,
feet.
because I have back problems and foot problems. I'm an occupational therapist. I've just noticed through the years, if my feet are uncomfortable, it travels up my legs and to my back.
This is
Because I'm
massive for
always
you.
trying different shoes
Yeah.
to help me, and it's really comfy.
Yeah,
It really is. These, they're just wide
yeah.
and they're flexible. And the thing is, this is the one shoe that I've tried in all the years that accommodates my buddies.
And thanks for giving Andy the first point of our little
Yeah,
game.
that's right. I'm on number one now. Yeah, that's right.
Slight gate change, but we are the last ones to guess. Andy reckons he spotted a pair of barefoot shoes on the brisk walk here, but we're
We definitely did.
questioning that. No, I didn't confirm it. No. Rules are we must make contact. Another 10 hours and we'll be in London. Expo day. Here we go.
So this is the first barefoot shoe expo in the UK, and it comes off the back of some really successful ones that were run in the US by Anya Jensen over the last couple of years. We were in attendance at those, and the idea for this event actually came out of our guide certification the year before. So Brit, or Barefoot Brit, as she's known online, was one of the attendees at that certification. And we were having a chat after that event when we were on the way to dinner, saying that, it'd be great if somebody in the UK could run an event similar to this. She had no experience running an event like this, but was really passionate about spreading the awareness of natural footwear to her community. And so she thought she'd give it a crack. And when we knew that she was going to bring that dream to life, we couldn't wait to get involved. And it was really special just to see so many people in the one room. She had over 800 tickets sold. It sold out. There were vendors from all over the world. We ran some workshops and events for free for attendees. So Jim took some people through the fundamentals of foot health, and Rena and Andy also did a bit of a Q&A session. Two of our natural podiatrists who are really leaders in this space around the world, answering questions from keen attendees. And it was also great to have some of the people who'd attended our guide certification last year join in at our stall and help out, see some familiar faces. And this is really just another example of how quickly this movement is growing, and I'm sure next year is going to be bigger and better. All right, here we are in the beautiful town of Kington. There's a magical drive out here this morning, and it's been really
fascinating to be here in the middle of the English countryside, where pretty much every second person on the street is wearing a pair of barefoot shoes. I'm not kidding, this couple is a prime example of people who have embraced natural footwear, and this store is the reason why.
The Walking Hub is an outdoor adventure and hiking store. People often pop in here looking for a pair of traditional hiking or walking shoes before hitting the breathtaking trails that surround this region. But the owner, Ali, has made it her mission to make sure they leave in a pair of natural footwear, because she knows from her own health struggles how life-changing that switch can be for your health and happiness. So when we heard Ali was opening a new store completely dedicated to foot-friendly shoes just a few doors up the street, we couldn't miss the opening day for the UK's first independent barefoot shoe store.
Off for a hike to Wales, of all places.
So how's the last 24 hours been?
Very exciting, yeah. I feel really great having you guys here. I think these connections are just what brings it. It's just so incredibly important for the movement, and it is. I just feel this energy around it. It is growing massively.
And I think you're a living, breathing, walking example of the fact that it's never too late.
Absolutely, you can change everything in my mind. Most of it is just how you change your thought process.
Yeah.
So should we go? Let's go up
Let's
here
do it.
to the trig point.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this and looking forward to, I'm not sure how long we're going to walk, but it's still a pretty big hill up that way, so bring it on.
You can see across there to Wales. This is part of a 170-mile walking trail along the Welsh border, and it's what Ali does every day with her little dog Roo. Every step is different. It just feels so right, this is how we're meant to be. So it's been an amazing 24 hours.
This is my home.
We are back on the road again in London. Marina Harris, the functional podiatrist here in London, one of our TSE guides, has taken us for a little retail therapy. Well, it's really just so Jim can get a new outfit before we head to Vivo's HQ tomorrow to record a very exciting course. More on that to come. Things you see.
The spoke orthopedic is not wide as
Custom.
I love London City.
How long have you lived here for?
30 years, just over 30 years.
Wow.
And I know the streets really well because I love walking everywhere. Every time I walk, I'm like, wow, this place is amazing.
We took the train back down from Birmingham yesterday and went to Hyde Park, and now we are on our way to Robots, where Pele's invited us to a little in-service. So we've got some soulmates in our backpacks and some hackies, and we'll have a bit of fun, show them what it's all about, and Rena's tagging along.
Showing you the way. I think we should go this way.
Okay. Robots. Well, Andy actually spotted it first, but he's got the eagle eyes. But yeah, we just had a really nice tour through
Soho?
was it Soho, Mayfair,
Regent Street.
Regent Street, all of the classic names, the Monopoly names. Very London-looking places. So we're going to go and have some more fun in here.
Andy.
You want to be able to breathe. You lose like. Yeah. Just finished up at Robots with Pele. Pele actually connected with us through VivoBarefoot. A former soccer player. You can hear him on our podcast this season. He's got a really interesting story about his own foot pain and how he found barefoot shoes and ended up getting a bunch of soulmates off us to run a workshop, and it was great to connect with him in person. Gave us a bucket hat, so that's also a win. We'll be heading off to Bristol tomorrow for the next leg of the trip. Stay tuned.
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to Western
We're on the train to Bristol to VivoBarefoot's nature headquarters. At 9 o'clock we start shooting for the day.
Balance training for natural foot function, and halfway we're going to do a little workshop for the Vivo staff there at Barleywood. They'll get a little taste of what we're doing in the actual course. It's going to be a fun one. Andy's going to be our model as usual. He's our travelling foot model. So the course will be aimed at basically anyone who's getting into VivoBarefoot shoes. It's going to help them have a smoother, I guess, transition or journey with barefoot shoes, and bring a little bit of fun into their foot training practice, but also for Vivo pros or any practitioner who works with movement or feet. We're trying to get across the fact that balance is really important to assess and train for pretty much any health or movement practitioner.
Everyone can improve their balance, and it's worthwhile practicing their balance.
Yeah, and it pairs very well with barefoot shoes and natural footwear.
Here we are in Bristol. Let's get it. Beauty.
Nice.
Thanks, mate. Here we are.
Apple from the orchards. Orchids?
The orchids.
Is it orchards or orchids?
It's an orchard.
An orchard, yeah. And an orchid is a flower.
Gee, it's abundant, isn't it? Our film location for the day. We've created this series with Vivo Health to be your ultimate kickstart guide to training your balance in a way that optimizes your foot function.
Looking very schmick in his polo. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
The new Soulmate training program.
All right, we've just arrived at Fire and Ice. It's here in the wilderness of Bristol. We caught an Uber.
Andy and Charlie ran.
We didn't think that they'd make it, but they've actually beaten us here, which is kind of impressive. We're stepping into this oasis in Bristol. We had a pretty epic day yesterday at VivoBarefoot, filming the balance training course.
Yeah.
Jim smashed it out of the park, so stay tuned for that.
Earned our keep. Andy did very well too.
I know, Andy was
Brought
put to the
heat
test.
on the Soulmate. Very impressed.
And we got some pretty exciting news yesterday. After catching up with Pele at his gym a couple of days ago, he gave us a buzz to say that the producer from Diary of a CEO had seen one of his stories on Instagram and is keen to get us out to do a workshop. So we'll be ending the trip there on Monday. First, we're trying to find the sauna. Is it down here?
Gonna get hot.
Oh yeah,
cold, and then hot again, and then cold again, and maybe we'll finish on the hot.
Yeah. Becca from Vivo's been showing us around, so we're getting a very authentic experience. A little fairy wonderland.
This is so cool.
Please be quiet. Just wrapped up our Fire and Ice experience. Pretty mental. This is the sauna. It's wood and fire powered. And then this is actually the old seal enclosure. So it's about 10 to 12 degrees in there. Enough to cool you down after, spending some time in this epic sauna. Have a look in here. It's getting to about 80 degrees in there. So yeah, pretty fiery. Now we're off to the Vivo store at Neal Street. Well, not Neal Street, rather. Neal Street's the London one. We're Park Street. That's where we're heading to go check out the Bristol experience, and yeah, see if we can snag a couple of Vivos. Nice. So yeah, this is Vivo's second store in the UK here in Bristol. Pretty incredible to just see how many shoes they have on offer now, and yeah, awesome to see some people trying on their Vivos for the first time. They've got men's and women's shoes here, and also this Vivo section, which is where they bring shoes to life. I'll let Andy give you a bit of a tour of those shoes in a bit, but just really, really exciting to see more and more of these stores opening up across the UK, and very soon, I'm sure, across the world. Vivo have done just a really good job of bringing that very natural reconnection vibe to this store. Actual real plants in the window, which is pretty rare to see in a store, not those plastic ones. And what is really, really exciting is actually what's over here. So this is Vivo Biome. So now in store, you can get your foot scanned, and this is really the future of footwear. I don't know if anyone caught the episode on our podcast with Asher, one of Vivo's founders, just recently, where he talked about how his vision for the future of footwear is that people could walk into a store like this, they could get their foot scanned on a machine very similar to this. Very quickly, you could have a shoe 3D printed that you could walk out the store with. And their first sort of prototype of that is this sandal that is shaped to your foot. So you get your foot scanned and then be able to walk out with something like this. And yeah, it really is exactly what we need for human health, but also for planetary health. It reduces the waste. It means that people are getting shoes that are designed for them. And yeah, like it says down here, one day we'll be able to have our feet scanned and then step into the future with footwear that is designed for us and ensures that we are treading as lightly as we can on this earth. No waste, and yeah, no returns, no shipping required. Just means that you can get what you need when you need it. The future is coming.
This is VivoBarefoot's Revivo program, where you throw in your old shoes, then they take them somewhere and clean them up and resole them. This was someone's shoe and they wore it to death, and then they, polish it up, you put a new sole on it and recycle the shoe. This is like a brand new shoe. Man, that's amazing. This is what shoe companies should be doing all around the world.
So I've been eyeing off a pair of these Gobi sneakers for a while, so I'm just going to see if I've got my size and I can give them a go. But yeah, pretty epic just to see how many different styles of Vivo I've got going now. I remember when there was, a handful, and with so many different styles now, there's really no excuse to give them a go. We are here at the High Vibe studio in Bristol for our 2-day guide certification. We've got a full squad inside the building, getting stuck into what's going to be an epic couple of days of movement and play. Let's go get stuck in. Alright, so we've just started the
guide certification in Bristol, and everyone is doing their balance screens to get their balance score, which will sort of set the tone for the whole weekend about which level they're going to be training at and what stances they can be using or should be starting at. And yeah, I'm very interested to see how people go to what kind of scores we see.
Epic crowd as well.
Yeah.
High Vibe Studio in Bristol. Yeah, full house.
Bristol natural foot function. So I work very much with kind of musculoskeletal injuries, and I do the ball.
This is the base of the big toe. Here's my straight big toe, so the big toe has to be on an angle line.
And then the game's on. Oh, you lifted his foot. I would count that as an error. So if you come out of your stance, that's an error. I would win a point. And then the key things here is it has to be a clean grab. And you have to stick it after you grab it. If you do that, that'd be a point to me.
To be in a plantar flex position, my knees are now in a flex position, my hips are rotated forward.
Nice, Julie. Hey, I'm feeling a lot of that activation happening through.
A plantar flexion, or a softening of the midfoot, the midfoot drops.
Wrapped up day one. It was a lot of fun. We had a bit of a different structure today. We started with a lot more movement and play at the start, get the experience of balance training, get the experience of the screen, sort of set the scene for the whole rest of the day, rest of the weekend. Some really good input from everyone in the group, and
Awesome mix of people too.
great mix of people, people from a lot of different backgrounds. Physios, Feldenkrais practitioners, Pilates. So cool that we can get all of these people together from all these different backgrounds.
And countries.
And countries, yeah. And speaking the same language about foot health and actually having fun together with feet. It's very powerful. I love doing these. And
What's on tomorrow?
tomorrow we're going to start with some more foot stuff, just go through some fundamentals, review that. We're going to go through balance, squat, ground, play, and story with the storyteller himself. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, but also most of all, really looking forward to a bit of a feed and a hangout with all of these cool people, and getting some food in my belly and a big sleep. On a high vibe, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Day 2 of the guide cert.
Day one rocked.
Day 1 rocked. Day 2's always more fun, actually. So certainly going to get better from here.
Yeah.
We've got balance, squat, ground in the morning, and we've got play in the afternoon. Obviously, we'll be playing all day as well, but it's always good to get some of the theory around play, because I think people don't actually realize how deep that concept of play goes and how important that is from the sense, or in the sense of motor development, motor learning, skill learning. So yeah, I mean, I love doing that. I'll get Andy to present it today though.
Well, I do love it, but you're better on the theory.
Oh, okay.
Behind it.
Thanks, mate.
Definitely gets buy-in for my clients if they're playing for their rehab. They're far more likely to do it. It's playful.
But it was awesome having Andy yesterday. Actually, he nailed his foot model talk with the anatomy and the physiology, and made us think that we might have to have him around at every guide set.
It's on camera now. You're locked in.
I said Mike.
Day 2 of the certification.
It's a good crew.
Giving them that granular look at how the feet really function and what's actually going on when we're doing all of this fun stuff is what people, I think, come to a TFC event looking for. So
Yeah, I think that there's more movement.
you know, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some scores that go up a fair bit by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, will we be retesting then? Is that
Yeah, whether we do or they do at the end of the day.
Okay.
All will be revealed. Watch this space. Well, and also, I guess what was cool about yesterday, the guides didn't realise why they were doing it, but they were actually training each element of the Blue Belt flow that they'll find out about today as the...
I think they were eager to know.
Yeah.
It's okay, you'll learn tomorrow.
Now they just got to put it all together.
I should pass it with flying colours. There you go.
Beautiful. On camera. All right, we'll see you guys soon. There you go again. Well, with these, if your foot doesn't end up quite. We are at the very end of the guide certification. This is actually our favourite part of the job. So we share a bit about story and the importance of shifting the narrative around feet and footwear from an old story, which is disease care, to a new model that we believe can be healthcare. And then we get everyone to break off 4 or 5 minutes, write down what their vision is for what they want to take away from the weekend, and how they plan to integrate it into their lives, into their practices, how they plan to help their clients with what they've learned. And then we get everyone to break off the pairs and share. And it's just beautiful to see a room of strangers who didn't know each other before this weekend getting really deep and personal and open about, how excited they are to take what they've learned about feet and hopefully take it to their communities and make some real impact.
Okay, wrapped up day 2 of the guide cert. It's play day. I already mentioned that earlier this morning, but it was as fun as ever. And the guides, the crew really got involved and seemed to have a great time. And the favorite part, most of the time, our favorite part is just hearing the chatter at the end of people sharing their plans and their vision for how they're going to integrate this, because one weekend is just one weekend, but what you do after the weekend is obviously the most important and can be really paradigm shifting, maybe even life changing for some people if they actually apply it consistently to themselves and to their clients. So I'm really excited to hear all the stories that we get back over the next month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, especially as guides start passing their Blue Belt flows as well.
Just going for lunch earlier, I was thinking about my whole organisation, how my feet are actually working in my shoes. So it really makes you think about the small things, the movement of the toes.
Leading by example. So trying to put that into my own personal life a little bit more as well. And then bringing that out into the community.
The heart of it is physiotherapy. Making things accessible to normal people is what I try to do within my practice. It feels very important as a healthcare practitioner to find these new directions that are really aligned with the way that you think and work.
Alright, it is 4:32 a.m. We're in a cab on the way to Bristol train station to catch a train to London. We are going to hang with the crew from Diary of a CEO to do a little balance and play before we jump on our flight home. The lads have done well to get up bright and early. Well, to be fair, Jim's already been up for 3 hours. Not quite, but
this is my favourite wake-up time.
It is Element, finally. An excuse to get us all up before the sun. But we had a fun last night with the crew. Farewelling Rena and Charlie and Michelle. Can't believe it's almost over, but maybe the best is yet to come.
Maybe.
We go. Wow, the sun hasn't even risen yet.
I'll probably do it tomorrow.
We're back in London. We just had a lovely breakfast, and now we're off to the offices of Diary of the CEO to teach them about natural foot health.
Fucking soulmates. Plenty of freshies. It's going to be a fun session.
Yeah, epic.
This is, we could also use, if we move the sofas, is this big enough? It's Paul Branson who has really tall relationships.
Cool. Oh, the sets are great, aren't they?
Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? Very like homemade.
Yeah, epic space.
And then I'll show you, I'll take yours down.
Hey, how you going?
Collective, correct?
Correct, spot on. Nice to meet you guys. Hey.
Here's the rest of the crew. Fun. We share the offices. So yeah, this is the studio.
Has it been
But when we go to like LA and New York, we build them from scratch.
At least we got a matching plaque.
Oh, yeah.
Subscribers bigger than ours.
Have the,
Yeah.
Good save. Huh? Oh, wow. No warm up either. Just straight in. Stick it. Oh. We are here backstage at the Diary of the CEO studio where they host all of their other podcasts as well. It's the first time I've ever hosted a workshop in a space like this. Pretty unique.
Where are we? Heathrow Airport. Yeah, almost forgot. We've been up since, what was it, 3:30? Well, 3:30 for me. 50 minutes earlier than you. And it's been a big day, but we've been staying energized. We had some beautiful weather in the park, played some Hackmanton, we've just been gas bagging a lot basically.
It was a draw, thankfully.
Yeah.
Best fish and chips ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fish and chips was unreal.
Yeah.
For the second time this year.
First time for me, but it was worth
The workshop this morning.
Yes, yeah, heaps of fun. The crew loved it. They actually were not prepared at all for what we were going to be delivering. They didn't really even know who we were or like who the booklet was. So, which is, I mean, they've been living under a rock. No, but they didn't really have any idea what they were getting into. And at first we were like, I wonder how they'll go, but they definitely warmed to it. Always the play makes people smile and laugh, so that's always a good step. And they felt it in their feet, but I think it was like just about the right dose. And Andy got his foot models out, of course, and
which is always a hit.
And as someone left, they said, "What a wholesome way to start the day."
Yeah.
I was like, "There we go."
And they also said that their shoes now feel weird,
Yes.
so that's also another win.
That was my favorite bit of feedback. Yeah, she gets back into her shoes and goes, "Oh, these feel weird now." And if we can, I said sorry, not sorry to her, because if we can get that response and that light bulb, then that can send people on a really good trajectory is just starting to question, okay, maybe my shoes are changing something with my feet, and then it goes from there.
Still a bit of a pinch ourselves moment though, going into the Diary of a CEO office and seeing where they filmed the podcast, the biggest podcast in the UK. Stephen couldn't make it. I'm sure he sends his apologies for not being there today. But we're assured that a soulmate is on his way to his office, so we'll have to get him moving. And it's really exciting. It's got our brains ticking over about ways we can facilitate more of those experiences for workplaces as well. So anyone's listening and they've got an office or a corporate background and they want to get TFC on board, then we're really keen to keep spreading it to people like that. We better go board. I think we're late. We're late. We are in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, on our way home after a bit of a whirlwind. You've had time to think on the flight. What were your takeaways from it all?
Yeah, well, we wrapped up the last day, squeezed in that session with the team from Diary of a CEO, which was really fun. Crammed in quite a good amount, really, into 90 minutes. And he did some foot modeling in both senses, and we did some balancing. They actually picked up the balance and the hacky sack really well, so heaps of fun. It's given us a lot of ideas about how we could do more of those kinds of corporate facilitations. And takeaway from it all, I mean, just coming off the energy of the guide cert, it's probably the most fresh thing for me, but also it's just so awesome the energy that you get from something like that, where there's this big group of like-minded people getting together and sharing their stories and experiences and knowledge. Watch out. I guess the takeaway, I mean, Andy kind of just said it before, so I'm going to steal it from him, but it's like confirmation. You've confirmed to me that this trip was a really great confirmation of that we're on the right track with what we're doing, and this movement is growing. Even just seeing a few more barefoot shoes here and there is like a good confirmation, but then just the energy and the enthusiasm of all the practitioners that came along to the guide cert, it's just so good for our own energy. Fuels our fire.
Yeah, for me, it's after the pro seminar or the guide cert, when people are giving us some feedback and are really spiced up. They're really, energized about the way they can take this forward into their own worlds. You sort of think, is this going to stick? And it sticks hard. Like they're really on board. And I guess we bring that energy because it's just we're passionate about it. But they feed off it, and then days later we're getting this feedback of people being really spiced up, which is great.
And I reckon as well, obviously the balance training, and let's just make sure this is tilted so you can see this, but obviously like the foot movement is really growing. Like we can see that with every trip, the foot health awareness is starting to build, and the awareness around the footwear is building. The balance, I think, is still just starting out, but I felt like this trip was really validating for me to have a brand like VivoBarefoot, actually get us in to produce some content to give to their customers about the connection between feet and balance, and then to have, producers on one of the biggest podcasts in the world just see an Instagram story of a bunch of people in a gym playing around on soulmates, and then to want to get us out to come and do a session, again is validating to go, well, there must be something to this balance stuff, and every time someone does it and tries it, they have a ball.
And they feel what happens in their foot with that too.
And there's so many layers, because then you've got the community level when we went to the Walking Hub.
Yeah.
And there's a little community on the border of Wales and England where they're just, like, wow, this is what we need, So it's so many different layers. And when the guys asked me what my highlights were, I actually went through just every day. And they went, actually that's just every day. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I guess on that note as well is just seeing the vision for where these local guides can take their skills there and the things that they're practicing and learning, and the the thing that we did with Walking Hub could be replicated in multiple different towns and should be replicated in multiple different towns wherever possible. You know, the old boots on the ground concept of actually getting people out there in front of people, talking and sharing an experience. Very, very powerful, and it can only really happen with more people getting involved. So that's super exciting.
Bring on the next one.
Bring it on.